Targeted by thieves more than a dozen times in the past 2 years, the crime wave in one Valley community that has neighbors afraid and what they're doing to look out for one another. Plus, icy conditions wreaked havoc on some Valley roads this morning, but one city was hit extra hard, the shocking number of wrecks reported in Waynesboro, and how an unused JMU building with a nearly $2 million makeover will impact our community.
This is WHSV News 3 at 6.
Thieves breaking into a Valley town hall, and neighbors say this sort of crime happens all the time in the area. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Corso. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story tonight, folks in one Timberville neighborhood have had items stolen from their cars. Now, Timberville police are investigating a break-in at the town hall. WHSV's Isabel Rosales shows us why neighbors aren't surprised and say it's not a matter of if they will hit again, but when.
Terry Taylor lives right down the street from Town Hall.
It didn't surprise me one bit. We have a lot of car crime here, people constantly breaking in our cars and all stealing anything you leave sitting out, so it didn't even shock me.
He says he's been targeted 15 times in the span of 2 years, the thieves taking valuables like cell phones and music players.
It's very uneasy anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't even allow my 2 daughters to go out and walk our dogs after dark. It's been that bad. I have chased this person wearing a mask. It's not, I just don't feel safe here like I once did.
But Taylor and neighbors have formed a pact to protect each other's belongings.
When I get up through the night, I always open up my blinds, check the neighbors' cars and stuff, and just try as neighbors, if we could help each other, these people can be caught.
Business owner Flip Phillips is a part of that pact. He, like Taylor, is hoping to catch the thieves.
8 nights sitting, waiting for them with bear spray and handcuffs, and I can't catch them.
Although they haven't had any luck catching the thieves, the crime spree has brought the neighborhood together in an unlikely way. In Timberville, Isabel Rosales, WHSV.
We spoke with the Timberville Police Department. Chief J.R. Dodd says there's no reason to believe the town hall break-in is connected to the car break-ins. Meteorologist George Hirschman is here with a look at our first alert forecast. And George, a cold Tuesday in the Valley.
Absolutely, and I suggest everybody get used to it, Bob, because it's going to be a cold forecast tonight.
All righty, thank you, George. The icy weather in one Valley area caused a handful of backups within only a 3-hour time frame. The Waynesboro Police Department responded to 19 car wrecks between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. today. Luckily, no serious injuries were reported. Officers say all the wrecks were caused by the icy road conditions. We placed some calls around the Valley. So far, only Harrisonburg officers got back to us. They tell us there were no accidents due to ice or snow within the city this morning. Tracking crime in Stanton. Take a look. The Stanton Police Department needs your help finding these 2 women. Officers say they were involved in several incidents involving paying with counterfeit money in Stanton. They were last seen driving a silver Nissan Versa. If you have any information about their whereabouts, call the Stanton Police Department or Crime Stoppers. Those numbers can be found online at WHSV.com. However, there is good news for the Stanton police. This past Friday, officers arrested this man who is a suspect in an incident where counterfeit money was passed. 43-year-old Carlos Galestra of Chester, Virginia, was charged with 1 felony count of forging money and with obtaining money under false pretenses. It is unclear if these 2 cases are related. Tracking crime where you live. A Valley man charged with capital murder has been indicted in Augusta County. If you remember, investigators say Richard Clay Smith robbed a 7-Eleven's convenience store in Rockingham County back in August. They also say Smith shot and killed his former father-in-law, Richard Orbaugh. He faces 9 felony charges. His sister, Laura Williams, was also indicted on a murder charge in connection with Orbaugh's death. Staying in Augusta County, a former Valley softball coach was also indicted. 23-year-old Courtney Allman is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old player. Augusta County deputies say the 2 exchanged nude photos through text messages and through social media. Deputies say Allman coached a Shenandoah Valley travel softball team and that she was a softball player at Eastern Mennonite University. Following up, it's an issue we've told you about before, medical marijuana, and has doctors hoping to prove that it can help some patients in need. A Valley doctor is helping 2 young children who suffer from epilepsy, testing out cannabidiol, or CBD treatment. This is the first time this drug has been tested in the state of Virginia. Dr. Paul Lyon says getting permission to use the drug was no easy task, taking months to get approval from government agencies. But the parents of young Caleb and Courtney say the treatment works and hope researchers will see that too.
I come home from work and he's playing with his toys and he's smiling, "Hi, Mommy." To see him up and alive, it's just very overwhelming in a happy, good way.
Dr. Lyon says they will expand their research in the next few months. Right now, they are looking for patients to participate in a randomized study. And hear from one Valley family here in the Valley who is struggling with a similar case. You can watch that online at WHSV.com. Head over to the Only on WHSV tab under News and search for the story. Coming up, another fried chicken restaurant open for business. We'll see what other restaurants you told us you want to see come to the area. But next, following up, a West Virginia student dies at his fraternity. What officers say likely played a huge factor in his death. But first, here's a look at your planning forecast for Petersburg, West Virginia.